Konnichiwa, Karera episode 2.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of
2 halves and a 45. And I know you saw there at the start, we have our brand new ring card girl, KK. So for all our fans out there, give her the love and support you've been showing us for the past few weeks, please. And thank you. And now for our 2 gracious hosts. First and foremost, my brother from another mother,
Mr. L.
Alrighty, you know him well. And me, Mr. Controversial. But I ain't no Mr. So, my brother, how are we going to start this show off today?
We're going to start the show off today by saying and give a big shout out to all the fathers. Happy Father's Day today to everyone that's joining us for the show and everyone that's not joining us. Just a big shout out to everyone. But we're going to start off quickly today. And our first question today for our show is Trent Alexander-Arnold in midfield for both club and country. What are your thoughts, Mr. Controversial?
Well, honestly, I thought it was a good thing. He came through the academy in that midfield role. The only reason why he broke out of the academy into the first team was to be played as a defender. Sometimes in your career you got to start out from somewhere. Even if it's not the role you're more familiar with. But now he's where he wants to be. So good for him. What do you think?
The transition from defense to midfield and midfield to even forward is done by a lot of players over the years. If nobody has remembered, I'm going to use 2 of the top players for the last decade, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, neither which is a forward by say or forward by trade, but they were both midfielders. Also, we can look at the ascension of Gareth Bale, from left back, I believe, right, defender to right forward because he's a lefty, right?
You can even say that about Liverpool's All-Star World 3 right now. Well, former World 3, considering that Mane left, but weren't all of that this as well?
Well, that's true too. They're all midfielders, all of them. Salah, Mane, Firmino, they were all midfielders that applied their trade in the forward line. So yeah, so it can be done. For me, maybe it's a good thing. Let's see what he can do. We have seen him brilliant in midfield, but again, we weren't complaining a couple of years ago when he was also brilliant in defense.
Right.
So again, it only time will tell. Only he knows what to do and what he's capable of. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for right now. But with that said, we're going to move on to this next topic. And our question for you, Mr. Controversial. All I'm going to use is 3 words. Mbappe, big move. Over to you.
All right. That's what I like to hear. I mean, it is the summer for it. I mean, we've already seen Messi become an ambassador for the MLS. We've already seen Cristiano. He's now an ambassador for the Saudis there. And now Mbappe is on his big move. Last summer it was Haaland. This summer it's him. So honestly, for me, I think he's playing it real smart. Because we know how the PSG ultras are. So he's letting them know that, hey, I want to stay, but obviously PSG aren't just going to let him stand and go on a free. But in regards to his whole philosophy of pretty much like player's choice, what do you think about that?
Well, you have workers' choice. Everybody has the right to work wherever they want to, and everybody has the right to be safe, and everybody has the right to be treated with respect. So I mean, he has the choice to apply his trade wherever he wants to, wherever he sees fit. So I have no doubts or questions about his decisions, because his decisions only are his decisions and not mine or anybody else. With that said, he turned them down once. I don't see anybody else. Let me say, he turned down Real Madrid once because he ended up signing a contract. Let me just be clear. Or allegedly, he turned them down.
Allegedly.
Yes. So I mean, a lot of people are saying the Premier League. A lot of people are saying Manchester City. I don't see how. Manchester United, I don't know
Honestly,
about.
I
Liverpool don't
couldn't.
have the money.
I think if he ever went to Manchester City, football would have to close up shop. And I gotta admit it. Sometimes I am, when I'm not being a pundit, I like to enjoy me some Mancunian Blue Moon. But for me, it'd be done. Like the Ballon d'Or would either be Haaland or Mbappe at any given year, and it's just, it wouldn't be fair. Wouldn't be fair.
Well, I mean, you had the MSN, you had the BBC, you had what do you call them? Mane, Salah, Firmino. You had those guys. You have a lot of famous front three. You had Edison Cavani, Mbappe and Neymar at one point. You had Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe at one point. So nothing is actually guaranteed, my friend. But with that said, I'm going to just move on with Mbappe. We're going to talk further more about him as the weeks and months go on before the new league starts in French league. And he will have less team to destroy anyways, because now it's down from 20 to 18. So there goes that. But I want to give a big shout out to the J League. The J League was formed in 1992. Yokohama F is the current champions. It is 18-team league. It is one of the best leagues in the history in Asia. And it's going to go up to 20 teams in 2024. So I want to tell everybody, go ahead, check the J League out. As you can see my mask, I have my logo on there for the J League, giving them a shout out. Just check it out.
Shout out.
And with that said, we're going to turn over to our time. The right time. It's the time to be controversial. Let's go, everybody. Let's get on the corner. Here we go. So, your thoughts today, my friend, on the Nation League in a whole. Of course, UEFA rolled the Nation League out and then everybody else adapted it. I believe over on CONCACAF here in the United States, the United States had defeated Mexico 3-0. England in UEFA gave Malta 4. That's where Trent Alexander-Arnold shined in midfield, completely in midfield. And today there was some mouth-watering clashes. The Netherlands and Italy. Ronald Koeman lost his third out of his fourth game since rejoining the Netherlands team. And just like my brother said to me, that we want to give a big shout out to the Spain for winning the Nation League today. What are your thoughts, Mr. Controversial, on the Nation League in a whole?
Well, it's honestly, it's another thing to hold us over before the Premier League season starts. So I guess that's good. But in terms of overstimulation is never good. Is all I'm gonna say in regards to that. It's good that it stays fit, stuff like that, I guess. But again, too much sporting events kind of gets played out after a while. So not really a big fan of Nations League. But we do get to see the bigger stars shine on the international stage. So I guess you can't go wrong with that in that sense. So that is what it is.
Okay. Fair enough. And question 2, with Bellingham going to Real Madrid, who is next? The opening day Premier League fixtures, Pep versus company. That means for your viewers, that is the old Manchester City captain that now is the coach for Burnley, just so you know, as a side note. But we're going to move on. Your thoughts? And also Klopp versus Pudge. For all you people again, Podge used to be the manager for Tottenham. Now I think on July 1st he's gonna be the manager for Chelsea. So over to you, Mr. Controversial.
Alrighty, so it's going to be what do they call it when you're just getting initiated for the first time to something? It's gonna be well, company's just in for a rude awakening. Granted, yes, they the last time I believe Manchester City came in contact with Burnley was a 6-0 drumming. I could be wrong.
Yes,
I forget.
R7.
6 or 7.
R7. Yeah.
But after 5, who's really counting, right? Anyways, in regards to that, I mean, it's gonna be a show. It's gonna be a big showcase for sure. You know, seeing City come off that treble, seeing what they seeing them make that title defense. So it should be good. The Klopp and Pudge Pochettino standoff here. That one I really feel like this year people should open up their eyes to it for sure. You know, the last few times it's been draws, it's been kind of dead, but for sure I think this one is going to be a good little standoff here. Klopp is definitely coming back for the title. You know, he's going on a title charge this year, so I don't think anything is going to stop him, not even Chelsea. And I mean, Chelsea is coming back too, so we do got to give it up to Pochettino. He has been a good coach over the years, so it should be a good one. It should be a real good opener.
And real quick, we're gonna say with Martin Tyler ending his 33-year relationship with Sky as the main broadcaster, I believe Peter Drury is gonna take over. I think Martin Tyler now is 77 years old. We want to give a big shout out to Martin Tyler and everybody at Sky Sports for him doing such a fantastic job of broadcasting on all the football/soccer games all over the world. So big shout out to Martin. If you are retiring, enjoy your retirement, my friend. And for the last question in the controversial corner, your thoughts on the number 10 for the United States, Captain America, the also number 10 for Chelsea, Christian P. We're going to stop. I'm going to ask you, is this guy a star, A, B, C, or whatever? Your thoughts.
So he was on this one episode of Pawn Stars when the guy was trying to. They said, "Oh, this guy's the LeBron of soccer." He's not. He's not the LeBron of soccer. He's not even the JJ Redick of soccer. He's nobody. To me, you can't pin your hopes on this guy. He's clearly a C rank winger at best. So it's a no for me.
It's a no. Well, everybody, that is what is going to be the most controversial topic.
Yo.
Welcome everybody again to the controversial corner. Tune in next time for a new episode. We are thanking you for joining us for this. And with that said, the controversial corner is over. We are going to say now, for our last topic for the show, real quick, it is going to be football. Is it too much? Players complaining recently about fixture congestions. Your thoughts?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's pretty much bleeding out of the controversial corner. I didn't even know you were gonna pick that topic, but yeah, it's too much. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fun to see the players play, you know, obviously, but at the same time, we gotta come to a point where we gotta understand, like, man, like, you know, what are they actually like playing too much? Can they get a break? What do you think about that?
Well, in my thoughts are of it is that yes, it seems like a fixture congestion, but you also have to remember that but then again, the thought behind of it was to expose more players to the international stage to give more people, but it seems like it's the same recurrent persons all over again and again and again and again, playing and continuously playing. So the thought behind of it, our intentions behind of it may have sound good, but I haven't seen it really applied to the concept where you would see most of the I guess under 20 players being exposed to the national stages because of the more games and stuff. But I mean, what can I say? I guess we'll just continue to view the experiment.
It's also more
With
injuries
that
too.
said, true. With that said, we want to give a big shout out once again to all the fathers. Happy Father's Day to y'all a lot. Everyone, everyone, big thumbs up, big likes. Stay tuned for another episode, another exciting episode, right? And our new ring card girl will be here, just like me, just like Mr. Controversial. And we're going to take it over to you, Mr. Controversial.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day again. And thanks for tuning in to another episode of
2 halves and a 45. Look at its blood. It's the bloodline. We the ones.